Hey you guys, how's everybody doing? Doodler here, welcoming you back. In today's video, I am going to be doing one part of a two-part commission that I have been commissioned to do. The commissioners, would like for me to do a doodle of their cat and a doodle of their dog. Today, I am going to be doing the cat doodle. So sit back, grab some coffee, tea, whatever it is you like to drink, grab a project if you're working on something, and enjoy the doodle that I have for you today. Hi everyone, welcome to my desk view. Today I am working on a commission. This is part one of a two-part commission. I have been asked to do the couple's cat and dog. So I started off with their cat. So this is what I have so far. Kitty's name is Lugosi. Kitty is black cat. So what I went ahead and did already is the outline. So already penciled it in. I used a very fine Sharpie. It's the Sharpie pen fine point to do the outline. And then I also used that to do some of this inline outline shading kind of thing. Like, I've actually never done that before, and it has like a really cool kind of noir look to it. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but to me, when I look at it, it kind of has that noir, which I think is really cool with the imagery of the black cat. So what I'm going to do, oh yeah, and I also did the eyes already. In order to get kind of that yellowish green, I used a yellow Sharpie and I colored it in completely. And then I went back in with kind of this minty green color Sharpie to go over top of it. So that is what I did with the eyes. And then it was requested that there be little kitty prints within the doodles themselves. I like doing things in sets of threes. Just, I guess, my weird little quirk. But so I did 3, and I'm going to just kind of fill in the doodles around. So what I'm going to do is doodle the rest of the cat with the fine pen. Just kind of have it go out to here where it fades out. And then I'm going to do the outside doodling with this red Sharpie. And then I'm going to do the ears a little bit with this baby pink Sharpie. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the pink first, just to get that little space out of the way. I don't want to do really big doodles with this, and I know if you watched my first video, you saw me explain that I always start with that one triangular doodle. It kind of looks like, sorry, I'm running through my desk. It's the doodle that looks like this. I said I usually start with that. The only time that is an exception is when I'm doodling within the image itself. I like to start that doodle with the primary background doodles. So I'm just gonna kind of come in here and do little bitty marks. Gotta go really light with the paper. It's gonna spread out. Just kind of like that. There we go. Nice little pink ears. So, I know if you've been watching, you will have noticed that there's no cattail today. Miss Whiskey is sleeping in the bathroom. It's kind of hot here in LA, and the bathroom's kind of a cool place, so she's fast asleep on the bathroom floor. So with these doodles, I am going to do more of just kind of straight lines and triangles. I'm not going to do too many faces or circles, just because I don't want them to look like a part of the imagery. You know, I don't want somebody to see the circle and think it's like a part of the animal itself. And then it's also kind of difficult because there are whiskers to work around. So I'm trying to do more of like a squiggly line within the whiskers. Oh, and Miss Whiskey must have heard me talking about her because she just came in the room. So she might be making an appearance shortly. I don't know if you guys can hear that ominous humming in the background. My workspace is, I guess, technically where my dining room should be, or dining space. I wouldn't call it a room. I live in a studio apartment. Anyway, it's the refrigerator is where I'm getting at with that, if you can hear this. Oh, and there's also the mail carrier again. You know, it's interesting. I'm filming this at a completely different time than I was the other day when the mail carrier came. So it just kind of seems like the UPS is going to be my video friend for a little bit. And that looks so cute. It's like tribal kitty. Yep. I don't know about you guys, and again, I said here in LA it's pretty warm. It's like 90 something degrees today. It's making me tired. Making me really lazy and really tired. I don't know about you guys, where you're at, if it's, I think it's warm everywhere right now. I haven't really looked at the weather. I feel like the weather is like the one thing that no one's really concerned about at the time because we've got a lot else going on. Oh, this is so cute. I actually kind of had a little bit of a difficulty with this, not the imagery itself, but because I kept drawing a cat that looks like my cat. And my kitty and this kitty are very different looking kitties. And so it took me a minute to kind of get the face right. Whiskey, my cat, has kind of a baby face. She's squishy, whereas Lugosi here has a longer face. That was hard to elongate, but I'm happy with how it turned out. There we go. So Lugosi is a very special kitty, a very lucky kitty. Was a California kitty and had some medical issues. If I remember correctly, she's partly blind. I could be wrong about that, but she has some, health issues. And my friend is all the way, the couple who are commissioning this, or people I actually know, but they lived in New York, or they live in New York, and they came all the way back to California to pick up this kitty because they just knew Lugosi was going to be a part of their family. So their puppy, Dahlia, is who I will be doodling next, was at the home first, and then Lugosi came in, and they've just been really good friends, which is awesome when cats and dogs are able to reside with each other. I feel like it's nice having both animals in the house. I haven't had a dog since I moved to California, so it's been about 8 years, 9 years, 9 years. And I do miss having a dog, but I live in a small apartment, so I don't, it wouldn't be fair, especially since I do have a penchant for larger dogs. But I wish, in hindsight, I would have gotten a puppy at the beginning of quarantine. That way I would have had, gosh, 5 months of like unconditional training time with puppy, and that would have been so great. Oh well, they say hindsight's 2020. Oh, we should probably change that expression. Oh, it just happened. See, I did put a face in there. That's okay. It was meant to be. It's like a little ghost hiding out in the kitty's armpit. Magical. So, technology update. No technological advances yet. Still got a bottle here. That's okay. That is going to be my first thing, though. I am going to start looking into tripods. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing this bottle. And quite frankly, I'm like hugging it. So like I have to kind of like wrap myself around. It's just not conducive for really proper body posture. Body mechanics is important in anything that you do. So, interesting fact for people that like interesting facts. This is pretty well known, so I'm sure everyone's gonna be like, well, yeah. But black cats are the least adopted type of cat. And it's because of superstition and people being afraid of them and associating them with witches and evil. And it is so ridiculous that these poor babies are just sitting in shelters because people still associate them with witches. It's ridiculous. So, if you are in the market for a new cat and you are going to adopt, which you should do rather than shop, try to get a black one because, they need homes. I had a black cat years ago and she was so sweet. How far out do I go? A little bit more. Man, I'm doing so much better with this one than I did that whale. That whale, I don't know how many of you watched my whale doodle, like the full-length one. Ooh, buddy, that gave me a headache. It did, let me tell you. I sold it though, I'm gonna be honest. I was really happy about that, which is good because I don't think I would have wanted that thing in my house, honestly. I would have been like, nah, you're gone. You gone. You gave me too much grief. Perfect. All right, well, I'm going to take a quick sip of coffee and finish this doodle. All right. So I do my primary doodling, like the background doodling, I really like the chisel point the best. Nope, I like it that much. Here we go. Yeah, I like the chisel point. It's, you can't really see it. It's nice and fat, but at the same time, it definitely has a finer point, so I can do some, you know, fine point work. So one of the things that I'm going to start adding to my inventory is stickers. So I'm gonna start designing some doodle stickers, which will be fun, so keep an eye out for those. I'll let y'all know when they become available. This is not for sale, obviously. Like I said, I'm doing this on a commission, but I do sell doodles that haven't been pre-commissioned. They are available on my Etsy site. It's Etsy, the Doodler Doodle store. So I would appreciate a some sales. You obviously don't have to. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this just because I want to share my process. But, you know, I got a small apartment, and at some point they've got to go. Oh, here comes Whiskey. I knew she was going to make an appearance at some point. She's blocking my light a little bit. Sorry, guys. Hey, baby. So, like I've said a couple of times in this video, I'm in Los Angeles. I'm not originally from LA. I am a transplant, as it were. Although I've been here for 9 years now, so I am officially Los Angelian, you know. So on the 11th was my anniversary, and yesterday, the 12th, was actually like kind of the anniversary of like really the first time that I ever like went out into the city. And it was interesting because I was essentially at the same part of the beach. I went to the beach yesterday, and I was essentially at the same part of the beach yesterday as I was the first time I went to the beach out here in California. So I thought that was just really kind of poetic that, you know, on my 9th anniversary, I went and hung out in the same spot, and just completely different mindset. Wow, this is so good. Have you ever, like, are you guys artists? Like I said, I don't know how many of you watching are artists, but like you have these moments and you're like, man, I rock. I'm having one of those moments right now. This is totally making up for the whale fiasco. Yup. what song I've had in my head today? Do any of you remember the animated cartoon, The Last Unicorn? Had like the movie's theme song stuck in my head. But I don't remember the words. I literally just remember like The Last Unicorn, like that part of the song. And it has been in my head all day. And it needs to come out like now. I think I'm probably gonna have to watch that movie just to get it out of my head. School's starting soon. I guess everyone's going to be doing virtual, or should be doing virtual. I don't know. I don't have children. It's kind of hard for me to make any kind of judgment on what should or should not be done regarding schools being open or not, but you know, I was just thinking to myself, I realized I totally just cut off mid-thought there. I do that a lot. It'd be really interesting if this was transcribed and like in a way that it kind of blocked out the different conversations. And so you could like see like, oh, this conversation lasted for like 2 seconds. And then this one was like another 10. I don't know. It'd be interesting just to kind of see I guess like a pie chart, like the different topics and how long I discuss them and all that kind of analytical stuff that I don't really get. Oh, this is so cool. It's so cool. Okay, getting ready to finish up this doodle. Oh, I'm so happy that this came out better than the whale. Although that was a really odd finish. I don't think I've ever finished with just like a straight line like that. I'm not sure that I like that. Oh well, doesn't really matter because now we have a finished product. There we go. My finished Lugosi the kitty doodle. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time as always. And as always, there will be a time-lapsed version of this. So if you do not feel like sitting through the full 25 minutes, although I guess if you're hearing this, you have already sat through the full 25 minutes. But if you know somebody who couldn't sit through the full 25 minutes and you think they might like a 3 or 4 minute version, let them know about the time lapse. Again, thank you all for taking your time to watch me doodle and listen. Oh my gosh, I am so happy with how that turned out. Oh, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you're still watching, it means the world to me at this point. So thank you everyone for liking, commenting, subscribing, for doing all those things that push me into the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you greatly. As always, if you are not subscribed, go ahead and do so by clicking my face right about here. And then right over here, there's another video for you to enjoy if you haven't seen it already. So again, thank you so much. Take care, and until next time, keep doing what makes you happy.